What's up, world? This is your boy E. Glad to be back with you again. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I get asked about all the time, and it is, why are you still single? Why are you still single? And to be honest, just to let you know, for people that are asking that question, sometimes to a single person, it can come off as you being condescending, or you feel you're making them seem like that person's less than because they're single. And just because a person is in a different stage than you doesn't mean that they're less than. And I know you may not necessarily think that, but you may want to think about how you ask that question, so that it won't come off as insensitive or make a person feel like they're less than, because the truth is that singles are not less than, that they are complete and they have just as much value as someone that's married. And so I just want to throw that out there first. But back to me and why I'm still single, the first thing I would say is I had to have a manhood makeover. That's right, manhood makeover. And I know that sounds crazy, but to be honest, like, I didn't want to bring someone into my discovery stage when I was still trying to figure out what being a man was. I didn't necessarily have the best examples growing up, although I did have some, and I'm truly grateful for those that I did. But I needed more mentors in my life. I needed to read more books, especially in light of what the culture has done in showing me what masculinity is all about, and really understanding that to be a lie from the culture. And so, when we think about the culture and what they say manhood should be, it's about, sleeping with as many women as you want to sleep with. It's about making money. It's about, working as hard as you can at the expense of your relationships, and fighting and showing all this vibrato. And that's really not what manhood is all about at all. Yes, you should be strong. Yes, you should work. Yes, you should make money. Yes, you should be a leader. All those things are great. But at the end of the day, when you take those things to the extreme, then that's unhealthy. And I feel like we get a lot of stuff from our culture that talks about what men should be that's unhealthy. So that's one of the things I had to do, was really kind of detox from that and learn what being a man was all about. Number two, I had to understand women. And I hate to say that because it makes it seem like, you guys are just some mystical creature that can't not be understood. And that's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm going to be honest, as a man, it took me a little bit more time than others to really wrap my head around some stuff. And so I had to do some tough work by asking sisters questions about women and just understanding how to communicate, just because I was bumping heads sometimes with my communication, and I was coming off more like a Ike Turner sometimes. And I'm just like, man, gosh. And so I had to just kind of change some stuff when it came to my communication, when it came to my interactions, and realize that a lot of times when I was coming to women, I was taking in what culture said, how I should treat women, how I should interact with women into those relationships, and it became unhealthy. And so I had to work through some of that stuff as well. And then thirdly, I had to realize that it's okay to actually be single. And that it wasn't some curse. And so to really understand my identity and the purpose for my singleness and to maximize that took some time as well. And I feel like those are some things that I'm still working on. But I'm excited to see, where things go. And then I would also say I had to learn how to date properly. And that goes back into, having healthy relationships. But, a lot of times when I would go into dating relationships, it was all about what I can get out of it. Like, I'm going to buy this meal. I'm going to tell this girl she looked great. But ultimately, at the end of the night, I'm expecting something from her in return. And that was wrong. And so, and I apologize if you were one of those ladies and you're watching this video right now. But ultimately, those are some things that I had to work on personally before I could become a little bit more healthier and understand how to navigate those waters better when it came to opposite sex relationships and when it came to just being a man, period. And so I appreciate you guys for taking the time to hear me out on this. And if this is something you struggle with, please feel free to leave a comment and just talk about how you've worked through some things yourself as a man. And ladies, I want to hear from you guys too. If you have anything to say about that, or what women would want men to understand most about them, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. And let's continue to do this work together. So thank you guys so much for watching, and feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Peace.